Greetings and welcome to my channel. Let me be clear, if you are an individual who can be easily offended or triggered by different opinions concerning race, religion, sex, sexual preference, gender, politics, geopolitics, or basically anything at all, please be advised to discontinue at this point. To continue viewing from this point is an agreement that you are watching this video despite receiving a clear warning that you should not, and you relinquish all rights to complain to any authority or seek any compensation from myself or from the platform hosting the video. I thank you for your time and attention, and if you've decided to continue watching, I salute your fortitude.
I'm not chasing fame, I am chasing something real, sharing what I have learned, helping people heal. 007, standing in line, keeping conversations, living every night. The realest 138, asking questions, opening the gate. The Wide Awake Show keeps the fire alive, helping people think, helping hope survive. If my words have helped you find your way, support the mission, keep the lights on another day.
Greetings, welcome. Alright, shh. That's enough of that. How are we doing? Have we got... Right, let me just see. This is where I just come from. I don't know if Odysee's seen if I've gone live, but he was looking for somebody to send everyone, and I'll set this up very quickly. So I don't know if he's going to see it. We'll just see. Who have we got? What's up, mate? How you doing, man? Good to see ya. Oh. StreamYard, it's great that you've put this volume control here on the share screen tab, but it doesn't actually stop. It doesn't. I've still got the volume in my ears, so I've got no idea how loud it is to the peoples. So how we doing, peeps? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. We're also here joined today by Lionel Nation. Lionel, how you doing?
Now for declaration, my ass.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. We've also got Ronnie Cray as well is here. Ronnie, how you doing?
I come here for a fucking shootout, right? A proper shootout with some proper men. Like Colonel Custer and Geronimo. Have you ever heard of them? No. Because you were too busy in your penny baking fucking fairy cakes, weren't you?
Absolutely. I came here for a fucking shootout. What's up, Sylvie? Wild Aussie woman. How are we doing? We've got some real Australians here. I've just had to deal with the last Australian that I came across that this one reminds me of is that fucking, what's his name? Oh, fucking little elf guy. Little Puck Elf. Puck Elf, right? He reminded me of Puck Elf. And I always thought Puck Elf was such a bad example of Australians. But this guy He's up there, man. He's right up there. He's just made Australians look really stupid. Thankfully, I know real Australians, so I know that they're not actually as stupid as this guy is. But let me get the link out here, because I can see we got people coming. Have we had a raid? Yes, he saw. Ah, Dusty, mate. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Right, so let's keep this going. Although, Avil, my impression of you so far obviously has been influenced by by recent events. DJ Emo, how you doing? Ricardo, how you doing? Good to see you. Did I see Vivi? Yes, Vivi. Tenth Man is here. Right, I thought I just dropped the link. Oh, I did. No. Here we go. Let me just pin that. This is not going to be a 4-hour stream. I'll just let you know that on now. There we go. Casper, how you doing, man? Come and right, link's pinned. The link is pinned. Come on, man.
Look, put your hand in the air and try to break your wrist. Then across your chest and try to bite your ear. And go bang, 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 bang. Put your hand in the air and try to break your wrist. Then across your chest and try to bite your ear. And go bang, 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 bang. Get retarded.
Fucking around.
Come on, man. Let's not have me waiting for too long. We got 33 people. Right. Avil, welcome.
What's up, Double O? How's your evening going? Or what time is it for you?
Yeah, it's daytime. It's like nearly midday here, man. So
Okay.
but I'm not in England, but it's still the same time as it is in England.
The
For
sun's
some
just
reason.
coming up for me, so I was just curious about that. But yeah, dude, what's going on?
So you're on the East Coast,
Midwest U.S., United States.
Midwest, right?
By the Great Lakes.
Okay. Nice, beautiful area, man.
It's fucking God's country, I swear to God.
Is that? I don't know what the. Yeah, my American geography is really bad, man. I don't know what's around the Great Lakes. There's Michigan, and
Minnesota's really,
I was going to say Minnesota.
yeah, they're really similar. You have a mix of like oak and birch and a lot of deciduous, so like a lot of pine.
Yeah.
The further north you get, the better it gets. It's a gorgeous area. A lot of like marsh and swampland, rolling hills, shit like that.
Yeah, God's country, man.
Like that compared to the desert, it's like the best place on earth.
Thing is,
And the wildlife too.
The
Sorry, go ahead.
desert's got its own beauty, though, man. The desert's got its own beauty. I like, and also, the contrast between the two is what makes them. Right?
Well, like the contrast is what makes everything. Like it doesn't need to be said, right? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
It's like a yin and yang thing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was watching this Chinese guy who talks a lot about Taoism and Lao Tzu and all that, and he was saying about how we always see the yin yang as a fixed image, frozen, but the reality of yin and yang is they're in constant motion.
It's interesting. Like, I don't know how to think about it. So what's yin and what's yang, and what does it mean for them to be in motion?
I mean, it's
'Cause it sounds like
literally
it's cliche, you know.
it's like breathing, isn't it? Yin is in and yang is out. It's a
It's a statement of polarity, but I don't know it like how do I connect the polarity into the meaning of life type deal? Does that make sense? Good and bad, up and down, in and out. Um,
it kind of it's like you can't always be happy, right? Happiness is a state of being, but you can't always be happy. It's
yeah,
it's
that's true.
unrealistic to always be happy. So if you're gonna be if you're gonna be one day you're gonna be really happy, then it makes sense that there will come a time when you're not happy.
I think like instead of a happiness metric, you should have a sleeping metric. So if you're able to sleep on a regular schedule and get the amount of sleep you need, you're probably doing well mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like a mental health assessment would just be, are you getting enough sleep? If you check yes, you're fucking good to go because
The it's not just about getting enough sleep though, is it? It's about getting the right type of sleep. So going through that process where you go through REM and into deep sleep, and then back through REM, like the different brain waves or whatever.
mhm.
If you don't like, if what is it? If you don't go through, if you don't have REM, if you don't dream, then you're not. Something's not happening. You know, you're not resting properly.
Yeah, dreams are fucking weird. I like a lot of a lot of a lot of my dreams just lead me to believe that dreams are a way of working out scenarios. Um,
I had an awesome dream the other night.
like, well, let me give my shit one first, and then you can bring everybody's spirits up on the ass end because this one was bad. But anyways, I had like my dog had her birthday. She became 7, technically a senior. She's a larger breed, so she's gonna have hip problems. I can already see the signs coming up. So like all of this stuff just started coming to mind because I just noticed it for the first time. And then I had a dream where she died by drowning right after I started having all these observations. Like that is dreaming. You know what I mean? It is a one-to-one. It's not some type of dream world that's disconnected from the real world. It is literally a one-to-one. So when you go to sleep, you're like, for a lack of a better word, you're workshopping shit or preparing yourself or doing. I don't know what the best way to put it is, but it's.
I mean, I believe in formless intelligence that fucks with us, and so I think that's one place where they can and do fuck with us.
In dreaming, who's fucking with us?
Uh, they got lots of different names. I've got my own name for them, but basically formless, intelligent entities, whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
Spiritual thing, you know.
Are they conscious beings?
I don't know because I don't know what consciousness is. Right? Maybe
That's fair.
Maybe
That's fair.
they are conscious. Maybe they are conscious. They're consciously aware of what they're doing. If they have free will, then that would assume that they have that they are consciously aware of what they're doing.
Double O, when you do invoke this, you know, the place where the person who is contending with it, the only place they have to run to is like a rock throws away from something like simulation theory. Does that make sense to you?
Say it again, because I've got a bit. I'm doing two things at once here, and I'm not focused. I was not focused enough on what you said. So, just say that again. Let me stop doing what I'm doing. I'm just building a spliff in the background. So,
from where I'm from, the spliff is like a tobacco and weed cigarette.
yeah, man.
So is that the same thing there?
Yep. Exactly that.
Sorry, I've never heard it been called I'm building one. It's always never been building. That's the first time. So anyways, what I say, I lost it. I fucking lost it. Dude. Where did it go? Where did it go?
Simulation theory.
Oh yeah. You were saying that like if there's these undefinable entities that are interacting with the world, that would be supernatural. So like you would have no. I feel like I described it better the first time. It's just you don't really have any type of like stable grounding at that point because, and I don't think there's stable grounding to be honest. Like from my point of view, but just from an argumentative stance.
It's a difficult. It's a difficult. Yeah. It's so. I am an advocate of simulation theory. I think that what we're having is a subjective experience of an objective reality within a simulation, right? So every single one of us is having a subjective experience, which means that I feel that means that as a conscious being, with free will that I do exercise, there is a level of authority within my own experience, right? So when you have a formless entity, you know, but it's not incarnate in this realm, I have an authority over that. I get to define what that thing is.
I guess
So I can go along with what the so-called elders and so-called scholars say about these things. They call them jinn and demons and archons and plasma beings and fucking aliens or whatever, right? I could take that prescribed definition and description, or I can say, no, this is my experience, thanks very much. None of you, nobody else is actually having the same experience that I'm having. That's why we've all got a slightly different perception of this experience, right?
Yeah, well, you're getting. Before we go that deep, can I just ask you if you do think it's a simulation? Do you believe in evil?
As a polarity to good, yeah. Within this dualistic experience,
And how does evil
right?
work? Like how does it work then?
The thing is, evil is a word, right? That we've assigned this word evil, which is just live backwards, right?
Let me give you my perspective, and then we might talk past each other. I'll just give you my perspective, and then you can kind of go where know what I'm going off of. I don't think that like anything in the world is geared towards it. I think evil is a thing, but um, it's inherent to everything, right? So it's like everything has it, but nothing is geared towards it. So it's just an opposition to. It's like a discernment. It's not. It's like a ethereal thing. It's not tangible. It's just a things being directionally geared towards something that is preservative and
Would it be?
without
Would it?
meaning or misguided in some way if we're being objectionable. But evil would be like wanting to destroy life and shit like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, do you think that's a thing?
I think that there's an element out there, right? There's a type of person out there, many types of people out there that are lacking in a certain what we call human quality, right? That you could say that they're soulless, but they're definitely pathological because they really don't give a fuck about anybody else but themselves. They don't care who or how many people have to die in order to give them what they want. And you could say that that is anti, like that's another word, anti, that we're using because we've been given it to use, but we think it means one thing and it doesn't.
What makes you feel that way, though?
Anti means instead of, in place of. It doesn't mean against.
But what like makes you feel the way like when you say some people just want to fucking exact their rage on others? Like,
I mean, right. I think we're all capable of doing evil things without being evil, without being evil people. A good person is perhaps even more capable of doing an evil thing. Maybe it makes it even more evil when a good person does it. But the thing is, that's part of the human flaw, isn't it? Right? We've got these emotions, and so like anger and greed and jealousy. They're all
good, Double O. They're all like there should not be a negative context on them. Even jealousy. Jealousy should be thought of as a good emotion. You know what I'm saying?
it
That's
in the right
it's a roundabout way.
but in the right proportions, right? In the right like.
No, they all serve a purpose, and the purpose is the well-being of the human beings. So they're all great stuff.
So
Like
can't you
jealousy.
say that evil serves a purpose, though, doesn't it?
I mean, now we're in the minutia of it, and that's a fucking very difficult question. It has to do with, um, like, if I were to try to put it like in a core prompt, it would be something like, does life exist in a way where it wants to destroy itself? And then the oppo would be making an argument for Sua, and um, it'd be a really tough one. I've never really thought about it too much, but it'd be something like that, I would guess. But it would have to
Nathan,
be it would have to be a collective argument on life. So life itself, you'd have to be talking about all life. And is there an aspect of life within existence that has its own will to do this thing to end itself, while still asking at the same time, why am I here? It's a it's a kind of a messy argument, but I think I've done it like twice. It's a strong one though. Usually when like I've never lost with it, because it doesn't take any like woo woo to make it. You know, it doesn't offend atheists. It doesn't offend theist or deist or kind of any type of existential questioners. You know what I'm saying? No.
I'm trying to. I'll be honest. I'm trying to get my head around what you're saying. I don't know if it's on because I'm just really stoned. I got new weed yesterday, but I mean, I think that it is a. I think that evil, bad, all of that, that's all a necessary function within this experience.
Let me try to put it in a more simpler way. If you think about all of life, if all of life had one little aspect to it that wanted to destroy itself, that would be evil. Does that follow, or does that make it easier for you?
Would it? I don't know if it. I mean, I don't know if it would be evil. Like,
Well, how else would you define it?
why? Why would? I'd say it's a glitch in the fucking program, right? If this is a simulation, that would be a glitch in the program, an anomaly.
All right, man. Fair enough, but it's still unsatisfying for me. But fair enough. You know?
I think we're all speaking from a perspective where everyone, in one way or another, we've all been traumatized at some point, and sometimes constantly. Some people are constantly traumatized by what they're seeing going on in the world, especially as it just seems to be getting worse and worse. There's a lot of individuals that have personally experienced trauma, like serious trauma, that has
Culpability is not the dictate of evil. It doesn't matter if you're a victim and you're the one victimizing de facto because of the fact. That's like culpability does not dictate if it's an evil act. If you abuse somebody or violate them, it doesn't matter. Like it's I don't know. Let me put it this way. I don't know where you break away from an evil act and turn it into something that's just like a cause and effect reaction.
Right. I don't. So I'm not saying that evil is excusable, but I'm saying that within this experience, it's necessary. Right? It's because a lot for most people that are waking up. It's because of what they're witnessing, and what they're witnessing is, you could say, what's going on. I personally think what's going on in the Middle East is coming from an evil place. That's not coming from a good place. That's an evil mindset.
How would you like characterize it? Like, would you say that it's because they're killing a lot of people and because they don't value the light, they value the natural resource over the human life? That's what's evil? Or how would you do it? I don't want to put words in your mouth, you know.
I think exploitation of other people in these, like, to these levels, and at this, and also, G-side.
Well, then your definition of evil has less qualifications than mine. Mine is when life wants to see itself die. Yours is just when it exploits itself.
So I don't subscribe to the Bible. I'm not religious. I believe, I'm a simulation I think there's a lot going for the simulation argument, right? And I'm on board with it. Because it makes more sense to me. The way it's been explained, it has just made a whole lot more sense. But I don't think I'm still open to the idea that there's something behind the simulation. What create, who or what is responsible for creating the simulation?
Yeah, a simulation is no answer to the fucking Munchausen trial, right? You're still stuck in it. So it's just like a fucking purgatory, like Purgatory 2.0.
Well, I think it's way beyond our ken, right? In these physical mortal forms, I don't think we have the brain capacity to be able to actually comprehend or even contemplate exactly what's going on here.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, if it was the Matrix, the modal logic, which, if we're going to say something's logical, it would be equally logical, right? That's all that was so. If it was a simulation, it answers nothing to do with creation. Nothing. Has nothing to say. The simulation theory is as relevant to creation as the Big Bang theory. It is.
Right.
It has nothing to do with it. That's my point.
I think the whole thing, the entire experience is about consciousness. I think this realm, this simulation is here for the opportunity to expand, for that consciousness to expand and evolve. I think that we are. It is essentially an experiment.
I have an issue with words with you right now because simulation is not real. It's something that is simulated. It is a projection of something real or something.
No, but that's but that's only using the parameters that we have in our own experience here as mortal human beings who have created computer technology and programs and software.
What I'm saying,
we simulate things in a computer environment, right?
You'd have to make the case that we're not real people.
No, but what is real? Define what is real. What is
okay, exactly.
Real?
You're making my case even stronger now. It's like not only do you have to defend if are people real, you also have to defend what is real and does it exist. Things get really soupy at that point. And
don't misunderstand me though. I'm
not trying to do that.
But I mean, I'm not. I hate debates. Right? I like discussions, and I'm not.
Fair enough. Okay, I got you. I got
fixed.
I got
I'm
you.
not fixed on my. I'm not fixed on my. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Right. The more that absolute cliche.
That's my bad.
The more you think you know, the more you realize you don't know, right? And
yes, 100%.
This is just my own experience has been insane. I'm 49 next month, and it's been fucking insane. And where I am now, when I reflect back on my life, it's hard not to get philosophical and spiritual about shit. And
I don't know if you can die without doing that. Life is spiritual. Life is fucking more than just like a causal chain of chemical reactions. There is something that is metaphysical to it. And when you get older and you're bearing down on it, it's hard to, I wish I could just fucking take my experience and give a bear hug to all the atheists out there, but
atheists are just. I never understood how anybody could actually really truly be atheist. I went through a period where I love how they've termed it agnostic, right? When now what I'm looking at, a lot of the teachings have been Gnostic teachings. So the fact that they call agnostic, I just don't know. You're not going to know until you die, basically. So that's how I felt when I was in my 20s. Basically, we don't know. Maybe there's a God. Maybe there isn't. It probably is. This is too, the idea that this is all happenstance, all happened as just a fluke after a big explosion I've always found laughable. I was never able to just deny that there was a greater being that was responsible for this.
I don't even know how I would word it. Like God is the word we use, so we're all on the same page. But when I say God, I do not mean what other people do. It would be something indescribable in every way,
Yeah.
besides the sole fact that He is the thing that creates existence. That is the only thing. And
That's
then from that, I intuit that He loves us because of like woo-woo shit that I'm not going to get into, but that's all
well,
you get. That's it. That's the only honest way of saying it, in my opinion. That's how I
God,
feel.
God is a title, right? If you go back into the ancient writings, back to the Sumerians and Mesopotamians and all that, God was a title. Like Yahweh was a title. So different gods were Yahweh at different times. God as well is an English word. I've as much as I love the English language, as much as I used to be so proud of it. I was like, the English language is the best language in the world, man. It's like you can say anything in English. You can be so descriptive, and we've got a word for everything. And now I'm a bit more, I realise that the language was engineered in order to control us and to limit us.
I think people are just lazy and they don't want to speak truthfully. So it's not like a issue with the language, it's an issue with people using it properly.
But that's the trouble with English is I think it was designed to deceive.
It's deceptive the person makes it deceptive.
Right, but the word makes that possible, right?
But the word is
a lot
not.
harder. It's a lot harder to lie in Latin than it is in English.
Well, like, what broader point are you tying this into?
I don't speak Latin, and I've got to fess up. I've only heard this in discussions, but Latin it was like almost impossible to lie in Latin.
I find that hard to believe. Why would that be the case?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Fuck you, dude. No, I'm kidding.
Like I said, it's just something I heard. I started learning Latin in private school, right? The year that they were going to kick me out, so my parents had to take me out.
If you spend enough time by yourself, you start thinking like I do. So,
that's quite funny.
apologies if it's
how long have you spent by yourself, Avril? Because I've spent my entire life here in like the last 11 years. All right, no, it wasn't. I did have a woman for a bit, but the last 8 years, I've been single for 8 years, so I've been on my own completely for the last 8 years.
maybe like 34 years. Well, no, I spent a few of those with friends. So like,
But no
31,
relationships.
30,
No relationships.
tons of them.
So you've not been entirely on your own
No,
for 34 years.
no, like I probably spent
How old are you?
5 to 8 years with women, but women and like roommates
How
and
old
things like that.
How old are you?
In my 30s.
Right. So I'm 49. Next
Oh, you're
month,
getting up there,
right?
old man.
In a month's time,
I
I'm
think you can call you
49.
old man, right?
A year
Sorry, go ahead.
away from 50, and it you'll find when you get into your late 40s, you go through, just the way you think will change.
Yeah, that's true. And it takes a lot of insight for a person to actually know that. So,
All I can only take from my own personal experience, right? And that's where I think there's definitely something in this 7-year cycle. The idea of the 7-year cycles, the first 7 years, and then every 7 years. Every 7 years, you go through a development cycle. When I was 35, I started thinking, that's when I really started thinking differently, or feeling differently about things. And then when I was 42, I was feeling differently about things. And I'm approaching 49, I'm very close to it now, and I'm definitely feeling different.
you know, that
I
rings
think
true.
differently and I feel
Um,
differently.
it rings true because of like just the natural phases the person goes through. So, like, a person's political engagement would be an easy one. Like, at what age does a person get involved or start like have this like empty rush? It would happen too with a reorganization of a perspective as you get older. But
The
you're
one
saying every
perspective,
8 years
one perspective, no, seven, every 7 years.
or 7 years?
One perspective that definitely, like when you stand, when you stand and you look in the mirror and you see your Father Christmas beard and think, holy shit, I do look like I'm in my 50s.
No.
That's a definite perspective shift.
Yeah, I suppose there's some days where I'm just like, take me away, Lord. You know what I mean? So trying to make the best of what I got while I'm still here. But
that's all part of one of the things that I've been listening to audiobooks. A lot of them have been AI produced audiobooks about Jungian philosophy, right? I've not actually read any of Jung's books, so Denizen would tear me a new arsehole. But
Jung is good.
there's a I can relate to everything that I've heard. I can see it. I'm like, fuck, man. He wasn't wrong about that. And the idea of, or the feeling of just not wanting to exist anymore, right?
Yeah.
Just not, like you said, just Lord, take me away, man.
The most profound
I'm not a
thing.
celebrity. I'm not a celebrity, but get me out of here.
I like this is a sock account. You and I have never had trouble. I've come over here and we've talked before. It was like unnamed Joe, but just like to put that out of the way. But like for Jung,
I
the most profound.
recognize your voice, man. I was thinking that, and I just didn't, I didn't bother thinking too hard about it.
Yeah, I don't want to say it a lot just because I'm trying to like get away from that. But the most profound thing I've ever heard from Jung is that when he was talking about how people develop identities. Have you ever been familiarized with that?
About the false self.
Yeah. That's the same thing. So to oversimplify, it's just people will do anything to protect whatever allows them to not contend with whatever's bugging them, I suppose. To oversimplify. So that was his greatest hit. And then the unconscious thing, to a degree, I do feel like people are like Wi-Fi towers, and they transmit like emotion and things like that.
Right.
And I think other people can pick up through it, like through rooms or like if they're close by. That's the most woo thing I have, like out of all of it. But besides, well, yeah, I'll leave it
I
there. But
mean, I think we're all. I think. Well, no, not. We're not all empaths, right? But a lot of people that don't realize that they're empaths. They're empathic and they don't realize it. And a lot of people are walking around experiencing other people's emotions and thinking that they're their own. And there's a lot of. I mean, that's why I like what he says about the shadow, right? And about shadow work. And if you don't deal with it, if you don't deal with those dark places within yourself that you keep away from the public eye or from your friends and from your family or from everybody because
or yourself.
you feel you have to be ashamed of them or whatever, those or you know or you feel that you won't be liked because of them, those people project that. They project themselves onto anybody that they're dealing with. If they're, particularly if they're, if it's a disagreeable
So
encounter.
they become codependents. You know what I mean? Those are those types. Those are those people. Those people are like codependents. They're fucking either narcissists or people who try to smother with you with love when they don't give it to you. It's usually one of the two.
I think it's I mean, so when I realised that most of my relationships had been codependent emotionally. But it was a yeah. I was the one that was providing the emotional side, and the patience and the understanding and the compassion and all of that, because we weren't equally weighted financially and shit, So I was living with. I was always living with. I would move in with, and it was there were never healthy relationships.
Yeah, I've had a couple nasty ones too. I've had my furniture out like by the trash pickup.
But a lot of that was because of my own psychological, emotional issues. Right, I went through a lot of shit, from my car accident. That was a big deal. Getting over that, it really fucking messed me up, and it made me, I can recognize that it probably increased my narcissistic traits, and because of the drug use and everything, self-medicating with recreational drugs, that brought out the worst.
What a narcissist
The worst
is,
sides
dude.
of me. The worst
What a
parts of me.
narcissist is a person who fills their cup up by taking away from others. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, no, that's narcissistic personality disorder does that, right? But
that's what the.
But
I'm sorry, keep going.
I think narcissism is narcissistic traits are a side effect of trauma. Right, when you go through shit, you tend to try to protect yourself afterwards.
Right, but you're phrasing it as narcissistic. It is codependency. I'm trying to draw that distinction.
Yeah.
Does that not make sense, or should I explain it?
I wouldn't disagree with that. No.
So if you categorize it that way, it would be a two-sided coin. One side is codependency, or excuse me, a narcissist. The other side is a caretaker. And this is not to be confused for people who are like taking care of your dying parents. Okay, it's not to be confused that way. A caretaker is somebody who thinks that they can buy love and it'll fill their cup, just like a narcissist. That's what it is. But people will say, like, you're a narcissist. But, like, everybody's a fucking codependent, basically.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's just about filling the cup. It's just like the worst narcissists that I've known and experienced have just been. They've not necessarily been bad people. They've not been, they're not.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Not pathological, but everything was about them. Like they had main character syndrome, so everything was about them, and once you've experienced it, it's hard not to see it, not to recognize it, and
Yeah, it makes your skin crawl when you look in the mirror.
That's why if I'm truthful with myself, I say that, yeah, and over the last 30 years, I've gone, my narcissistic traits were coming through. But it wasn't about everybody look at me, but it felt like, I mean, man, I felt like I was in a parallel universe. I still feel like I'm in a parallel universe. Like when I woke up from my coma.
What do you mean? Hold on, Double It. What do you mean by that?
So, when I woke up from my coma, when I got back home, when I went back to I lost my apartment and everything where I was living in Norwich, so I had to move back with my parents. And I'd started noticing that everything was just completely different. My parents didn't seem to be the same people, and everything, the entire world was just completely different to how I remembered it. And I felt like my consciousness had been shifted into a parallel universe because the car accident I had was so bad. I was really seriously injured. Somebody else lost their life instantly, but I should have lost my life. But in this reality, I didn't. I survived.
Sounds like you were in shock.
It's
You have a nervous system. It sounds like you were just fucking overloaded. I'm surprised you didn't pass out, or maybe you did. And
there's all kinds of rational explanations for why I actually felt to my core like I was in a different universe. But the last 30 years, because of how I feel now about this idea of a simulation, the idea that each one of us is having, we're like a fractal of consciousness having a personalized, unique, subjective experience, right? So within each one of us, we've got our own mind's eye perception of the world, of the universe and everything.
You say that, and like
within our own mind's eye, each one of us has got that. So
when you say that, I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
So you could say that our there's my version of the universe, how I see everything, and there's your version of the universe and how you see everything. They're parallel to each other at the moment. There'll be some similarities. There'll be things that are objectively the same, like material, physical things will be basically the same. There'll be cars in your universe will be probably just like cars in my universe. Internal combustion engine, technology, all of these things, right? But the way that you're perceiving everything that's going on the way that you feel about, you know, what our place is in existence, the way you feel about God, all of these things are not going to be the same as myself, because our experience has been completely different. You've had a completely different life to me.
But it's like what you're talking about is uniformity, and I don't know why that matters to me.
I'm talking about those. No, I don't agree with uniformitarianism.
Well, like I'm not with any type of defined religion or
No.
widespread one. So um, when it comes to matters of like axiomatic dead ends, I fall with God. I think God is true. I believe it to be true. Beyond that, I don't have anything besides anecdotal. So I won't evangelize, but I'm definitely not irrational for believing so, because I've
Well,
had experiences. That aside, it's I guess it's not important. You didn't really say anything
what?
I think
But
was out
I
of line
guess
and
I mean
maybe at the beginning, but
what I've spent a long time doing over the last like 17 years. I've spent a lot of time asking myself why I believe the things I believe and why I feel the way I feel, and you know, why do I call God God? What do I think God is? Right? What have I been speaking to since I was about 6 years old? Not actually speak. Well, actually, no. Sometimes I do. I speak audibly out loud. I actually fucking talk to myself quite a lot. In the last 6 years, I've spent a lot of time talking to myself. But you know, I've always been speaking to what I've thought to be God, without having a religious upbringing, without being made to go to church, like other than for weddings and christenings. I wasn't ever made to go to church. Mum and Dad are agnostic,
hmm
so you know, I've never had any firm hand at the tiller directing where I'm, you know, how I'm going to perceive the more spiritual things in life, right?
I
I
don't
just
have
kind
the
of,
answers for anyone. All I have is like my own experience,
yeah,
and that
that's,
was I've never had a connection with God until I started talking to him, asked him to come into my life and to stay with me, and then after that, it's all woo woo. So I'm not going to try to convince anybody with that, but in my belief, because it's how it happened for me, it's like a welcoming. And yeah, I understand it sounds fucking crazy, but it's not as crazy as, you know, just like some type of circular time dilation of eternality. It's all fucking stupid anyway. It's all silly. God loves you. He's real. Accept it.
don't know. I don't like if that's how it sounds. I don't really care. It's conclusions that I've reached myself
Mm.
through a lot of reflection and introspection,
What have you concluded?
I haven't fully concluded anything yet. I think the only conclusion I've come to is that this is part of life, right? It is part of the experience, is trying to work out what, you know, who I am and what my place is here. There's
How's that going
I
for you? Have you figured it out yet,
I am a bit. I haven't absolutely
brother?
not figured it out yet,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
do. I
You know I'm
think that there
joking.
is. I think there is a lot to be said for what Jason Brashears has been saying about this 138-year cycle. That we're definitely being lied to. The history books do not tell us the truth. They've built the narrative in order to uphold what is now, right? It's all been carefully constructed to uphold the status quo as it is. And I think it's an absolute possibility that 500 years ago, things were completely fucking different to how anybody thinks they were. I've experienced in my own experience, right? I know that we are responsible for building our own reality, and it depends very much on what you're focused on, how you and your state of being, right? People think that the whole meditation and all of that is all woo woo or new age or whatever, but getting control of my state of being has been my greatest achievement here on earth. I'm now in the calmest place I've ever been.
It's not fucking woo-woo, dude. It's right? Like I was so fucking arrogant and just a fucking cocky, stupid son of a bitch. But like even breathing exercises, or because there is a sense where you exist in two different ways, where you're either just solely in your head or you're fucking there. And it lasts a long time too, you know, like you can be fucked up and your mind could be okay, but you'll still have like hypertension and shit like this. It's wild, and it doesn't make any sense. I don't know how it works that way or why it does, but
that's why I think the reality that we're spiritual beings having a physical experience, right?
But when the psyche is healed and the body still keeps the score, that's what I mean. It's just like
that's when you have
to
look
at that's like when, how does it?
Well, that's where I look at external influences, like so, diet and surroundings. How much electrical interference is there in you know where you're living, and what are the foods that you're eating? What are the how much of it is processed?
Like, no, let me give you an example here because I think you misunderstand. A person who, like, think of a soldier with PTSD, and every time he hears something like hit the ground, he has a really strong startle response. That's the nervous system, so it's hardwired. So even if the guy's calm and collected, he hears that shit fucking hit the ground, boom, nervous system's jacked up. He's fucking on high alert, and like the fucking build down process begins, however long that takes. That's what I mean by the body keeps a score. You could be cool, calm, and collected. That your brain could be fine, but the body keeps a score.
Right, the central nervous system. So, and the subconscious. Right, we're walking around 80% of the time, operating fully autopilot. Subconsciously, not even thinking about what we're doing, right? We're just in these we have these programs running, and self-preservation, like you're talking about PTSD, that's like hardwiring related to self-preservation. So difficult to override or delete once it's established.
This is a long one. I'm not equipped to have it right now. I'm sorry, buddy.
Good conversation though, man. Wasn't expecting it.
No. I'm getting tuckered out, so have a good one, right?
No worries, man. Thank you for coming up. I'm glad I brought you up. Thanks for joining, dude. I didn't
Oh, yeah.
realize it was. I didn't. Yeah, like you said, it's a soccer count. So
I
I didn't
fucking
realize.
troll. I troll people pretty hard. Orthodox guy deserves it. But anyways, yeah, it was fucking. Till next time, right?
So I can't believe nobody else has joined. Actually, we still got 33 people here. We've still got 33 people here. Nobody else has joined. That link is pinned, and
Welcome room. There we go.
come on, man. Somebody else come and join me. We got, I don't know, I've got an hour and 20 minutes free. So I'm quite happy to share with you. That's one thing that I value more than anything now is my time. I really appreciated that conversation. We don't have to continue on that line though. If somebody wants to come up and talk about something not quite as deep, not quite as brain hurty,
Look, put your hand in the air and try to break your wrist. Then across your chest and try to bite your ear. And go bang, 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 bang. Put your hand in the air and try to break your wrist. Then across your chest and try to bite your ear. And go bang, 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 bang. Get retarded.
Welcome room. There.
come on man, somebody come and join. 33 people watching. Don't tell me you're shy.
No, I'm shy. I don't want to come up. I'm too shy.
We just got a bunch of shy ladies. Lionel's awesome, man. I've enjoyed watching him eviscerate Andrew Wilson. Lionel has been around for as long as I can remember. I've been subscribed to Lionel. I came across him first in about 2014, I think. 2015, maybe. And I thought he was some. I had an impression, but it wasn't an accurate. It wasn't a fair or accurate impression. I made an assumption about him, and then when I realised that I was wrong, I started watching him, and he's pretty base. I mean, he's not a genius, and he's not quite as smart as he thinks he is, but he is very switched on. Wow, really? Am I still fucking waiting for somebody to come up and join me? Is it that intimidating coming up here? Or are you just like, wow. Oh no, mate. No. Oh, fucking hell. I'm trying to decide if I can be bothered, Cage. I wrote you off a long time ago, man. Go on then. No one else is coming up. Go on then.
I figured I'd spark it up, man. How you been? Everything good?
How you doing, Cage? It's been a while.
Doing well, brother. Thank you for asking, man. How you been?
I've been good. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
life is good.
It's
Very simple. It's very simple.
sorry to
Very,
hear.
very simple. But it's good because of that. The simplicity is what I want.
That's perfect, right? There's no need to overcomplicate things, right? It's perfect. Music to my ears, bud. Well done.
What have you been up to?
You know, same old over here. What I do.
Charles, you should still come and join us, mate.
You got some gigs and stuff? You know, the music,
I've been
huh?
working
What are you doing now?
since December. I'm doing 6 nights a week.
Okay. There you go. Doing what you love. You're not working, really. It's what you love to do, right? So,
Doing
just
what I was put here to do, mate. I'm doing what I was put here to do. So
exactly.
it's good, and it's a good. I'm not gonna lie, it's a huge ego boost, you know. When you go and
Hey, well, if you want to
when
call
you
it that, dude. Okay.
well, no, it is because every single night I have people coming up afterwards or on my break or whatever, and they're just, very, very complimentary. Everybody's very
Living the
complimentary,
dream,
and
huh, buddy? You're working hard,
yeah,
hardly working over here.
yeah, man.
What do you do?
Yes, Voy. I was thinking about you yesterday, Voy. I
My
remember you joined.
favorite Dutchman.
Well, I was thinking about you yesterday, thinking, do you know what? I haven't seen Voy in ages, and I've not been live. I've not been, I've not
Welcome
been doing
back.
my thing, but I've not seen you anywhere else. But then I haven't really been watching anybody else.
I
So,
haven't either.
yeah.
Voy's been out here. Let go, Voy. He's been out here. Come on now. He has a community garden. Voy's
What have
awesome.
you been doing?
Him and
What
Voy.
have you been doing?
When, like,
Dude, you're
you
give
can
me a
barely
mic
hear you, bud.
check, because
Yeah.
give me
Something's going on with that.
something's going on with your audio there, dude. Give me a mic check.
Mic check, Voy.
Do you want to know how
It's
about that?
very, very low. Maybe somebody turned you
Wow.
down on another panel. Go and check your settings and turn yourself back up, man. Some people do
No,
that.
his settings are turned up
It's all the
full.
way up. I don't know. It might be another issue. Fucking bending spoons and log on Italy. Then fucking around.
How about now?
Charles
No.
Darwin.
See, look. As soon as I join, look, the panel's gonna fill up. See, I'm useful in some ways.
How you going, boys and girls?
Can't hear me, huh? No.
I can hear you.
It's still
It's really kind
quiet.
of low.
It's not as loud as it normally is, man. Are you eating
Who?
as well?
Who, me?
No.
Are you eating as well, Voy?
I'm gonna leave. This is useless. Yeah.
Never know, bud.
That's really weird. What your mic? It sounds like you're like. Don't know what's going on with your mic there, dude. Just come back, join again. See if it's just a glitch in the StreamYard.
Could be. I don't know.
There's always fucking issues with StreamYard and that.
You gotta say it in Dutch though. You can get rid of it.
Oh fucking hell, Callum, dude! I hope you come and join us. Come and join us before it gets.
I'm pretty
too
sure.
Big,
I think the panel
gets too big.
I think the panel's gonna fill up real quick now, man. I'm gonna spark it up.
Well, we've already had Voyers just drop straight out again, and he doesn't appear to be making it. I don't know. Maybe he's going to make.
You'll be back. He's trying to figure it out. You'll be back, and we got 4.
Callum, I think you are. You should absolutely come up here, man. I've not spoken to you for ages.
So I mean, it's like a family. It's a dysfunctional family reunion from back in the day. You know what I mean? You have like that disgruntled uncle that randomly joins. Like, why not?
Who's the disgruntled uncle?
I am.
I would say that I would say that you're the. No, I would say you've got the cousin, right? It's the because. Yeah.
Look, there's nothing wrong.
I'm like the bastard grandfather that like only says "I like you." Like,
no, look, there's nothing wrong with being the disgruntled uncle. You just don't want to be the dirty uncle that no one wants to go and hang out with.
No, they want to hang. I always show up, but I'm just pissed off at the behavior of people. You know what I mean? Like this disgruntled uncle wants the best for everybody, but it doesn't really work.
So what are you then? What are you, Charles?
I'm just caged. I'm just caged. Like I guess I'm the older brother.
Older brother to who?
Reality.
What does that make me?
I could see that. No, I could see that. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, like I protect people. I'm like the older brother in there. I want the best for people. I just kind of watch over things, let things naturally unfold. But I'm always there.
So we could say that like you're an older brother archetype, right?
Pretty much, yes. I had to grow up.
But not all older brothers are cool like that. Some older brothers are just like.
I'm not.
I don't know. I haven't got an older brother. I always wanted an older brother.
I was always the older brother. I don't even.
I am the older brother. That's the thing. I am the older.
So you get how it is.
I always wanted an older brother, but I am the older brother. So.
The older brother is the aliens, man.
Right. Welcome back, Voy. Let's hang on, Charles. Let's just have a little mic check and see what's happening with Voy's.
1 2 Void, 2 3 4 Void.
Case. Sorry, everyone.
Can you just be a bit respectful and have us figure this out, please?
Right, it's better when you're nearer to the device.
It's working.
I think that's what the issue has been, is that you've been talking, but you're not actually stood next to your device. Like maybe it's on the table or something. Yeah, it's struggling. It's struggling to pick you up, even though it's on. When you move, it's just you just need to be next to the mic.
Yeah, do the thing where like like you're like a rock band and you put your mouth up to the microphone going. Rah, 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 rah. Keep your mouth near to the microphone.
Fuck, this is not my panel.
I think I'm gonna get Darwinian with this. It's like the mic ends up becoming.
There's also an echo. There's also an echo going on there.
I couldn't hear the echo on my end.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it either. So maybe Skynet is becoming self-aware and it's starting to go and fuck with people's microphones on the interwebs.
Do not feed the wildlife. You know what I mean? You can't be feeding them. They have to learn how to get their own food. Because Yeah,
Yep.
we have the skunk as the community skunk. I go and chill downstairs over there, and then people they're telling me to feed it cat food. I'm like, I'm not gonna feed the goddamn skunk cat food, okay? Like, the skunk has to learn how to get his little grubs and worms and shit for the grass and eat grass, whatever the fuck he's doing, going to his burrow. You can't just start feeding the wildlife, because eventually the food will be cut off. When you're not able to feed it anymore, and it's not going to be able to sustain itself. It's not you're going to attract a whole bunch of little friends over there. It's probably not a good idea.
No, that's true. Like, I mean, where I live, there was an old dude that used to go and walk around and feed the birds. And he'd do that like in the morning and in the afternoon.
The birds.
Yeah.
Tuppence a bag.
No, like literally, he'd walk around. He would drop was it cashews and like bird seed or some sort of shit to the magpies and all the other fucking birds. All the
The
birds that would
magpies
turn
are
up.
vicious. Huh? The cheese.
Yeah, and
Magpies are cool as fuck. They're of the crow
Yeah.
family, and they're like crows. They're fucking awesome.
They're
birds,
smart.
man. You want to
Yeah,
make friends with them
well,
because
but the
they
pro-
have memories. They have memories. They hold grudges.
They can recognize
but
faces in it.
yep,
Well, wait, no,
they've
wait.
got the same intelligence as a 7 or 8-year-old child.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, no, Richard, we can get into that, but this guy he had a stroke, and he survived, but he went to like a nursing home.
I had a
And
stroke last night.
All these fucking
Are you serious, man?
No,
I had a
I just
stroke
couldn't.
last night.
No, I just couldn't resist it.
Yeah, I'm having a stroke right now. I'm smelling burnt toast.
Uh,
Right
you're-
now.
No. Right, I was
With
talking about.
Vegemite on it.
No. So
I was-
okay, so you had a stroke. So did you were you having a transient ischemic attack, or were you just stroking yourself? Like which one?
Oh
were you
no,
talking
I
about?
was just I'm just talking about
Yeah, yeah,
stroking my
yeah.
dick.
I
mate.
got
I'm
my
not-
lady in the room. She could
Yep.
stroke me if you want to see it.
Cool, but yeah, no. When that dude had a stroke, he went to a nursing home, and all the fucking birds around the place went mental, and I mean fucking really insane. And it took, I think it was maybe a year for them all to go.
Are we
and sort
talking
of
Alfred
calm down.
Hitchcock? Are we talking Alfred
Oh,
Hitchcock?
yeah, exactly, dude, exactly.
Oh,
like,
no.
But what you said about magpies, I think they recognise 150 people's faces. Like they know what you look like, and they remember you. And if you do something really bad to them, they will fuck you up.
Right.
So,
and if you do something good
yeah.
for them, they'll bring you gifts.
Yeah, they bring you you could train them. They'll bring you shiny things.
There's loads of channels on. You just go on YouTube, man. Just put in fucking magpies or crows. The amount of channels, the amount of content with people, real life in their gardens and whatever, and they've, or the car park where they park their car to go to work. They've got a relationship with the crow that fucking comes down and brings them gifts and whatever because they gave it food one time, helped it out or whatever. It's fucking like that. It's not just crows though, really. Like
These animals are a lot more intelligent than meets the eye.
And the reason they said never do any never film with animals or children, right? That was the thing back in the day on TV. Like, don't film with animals because they steal all the attention because they are instant content without even trying. You put a camera on a toddler, and it is instant content without just the toddler being a toddler. Same with animals. You just let animals be animals, and they're fucking amazing, man. It's amazing what goes on.
They are, but you don't want fucking toddlers, women, or animals on TikTok because TikTok is full of crazy people doing dumb shit. So
all right, hold on. We can do it to some coherent level. I dropped some in the private chat. I'd love if you could play a bit of this and then break it down. It's exactly what we're talking about. I think it'd be interesting. Sorry to interrupt. There's very extensive studies being done on this stuff. We are animals technically too. And yeah, I think
Oh,
Just
that was
'cause-
just my phone playing an audio?
Sounds like he's.
Oh, no, that's the wrong thing.
Yeah, if you want to play a bit of that and discuss it, I think it would be really interesting. Seriously, because it's exactly what we're talking about here.
Surprising thing about crows so far has been their ability to recognize and remember particular people, and even just particular faces.
You might think you have privacy when you step outside your house, but you are wrong. There is a surveillance network tracking your every move, logging your face, and even gossiping about your habits to the neighbors. It is not a satellite system, and it is not your smartphone. It is sitting on the power line right above you.
Who knew, man? Crows are
The birds, man.
They're an asset of Mossad. Shit. It isn't the pigeons, it's the fucking crows.
Well, hang on a second. Who was it? Was Terry Pratchett who used to go and write the Discworld novels, and there was a thief who was in charge of the Thieves Guild, and he had crows, and those crows were like literally fucking. They would attack anyone who tried to go and harm him in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
These are very smart animals.
Hey, Charles.
So, yeah,
Charles.
The
what is a
patrician
group
had
of
crows as well, didn't he?
All right, Charles and 007. What is a group of crows called?
A murder. It's a murder.
Okay, what's a group of owls called?
A hoot? I don't know. Fuck.
A parliament.
A parliament of. Oh, okay.
Parliament of owls.
All right, what's a group of flamingos?
I don't know. What's a group of? What's a group of? Let me think. Let's think about something else. What's a group of lemurs?
Fuck, man. Look,
conspiracy.
I'm not David Attenborough, dude. I have no idea what most of these things are. I know some things. I don't know fucking everything. This is weird. What's a group of blah? I'm like,
What's a group of zebras? A dazzle.
Oh dear God.
Let's
your head.
Basically, crows exist where people exist. Even in the remote wilderness, it's where there's a campground or something like that.
Scientists recently fed thousands of hours of crow sounds into an advanced artificial intelligence, expecting to hear random animal noise. But here's the twist. The computer did not hear noise. It heard a language. And what they are saying about you is terrifying. What the machine heard in...
Yeah, this one's a sucker.
So they have pre-planning and they have their own language. It's fucking bizarre. Watch.
They wanted to see if the machine could sort the noises. You know, put the I found food sounds in one box and the there is a hawk sounds in another. It was supposed to be a basic sorting task. But here is the catch. The AI did not just sort the noises. It started to panic. Well, not literally, but the data output spiked in a way that made no sense to the human observers. The computer was finding patterns that were way too complex for a bird. Basically, the AI was finding syntax. In human language, syntax is the set of rules that make a sentence make sense. It is the difference between saying, the cat sat on the mat, and mat cat the sat on. One is information, the other is gibberish. We always assumed animal noise was just emotional gibberish. A dog barks because it is excited. A cat purrs because it is happy. But the AI...
The other videos about dogs being able to understand English is absolutely as well. Like, dogs are fucking way more intelligent than people think they are.
Exactly. They can speak different language. You can train it in German or any language.
Yeah, any language, but they understand it. They understand language. They understand.
They probably know more languages than we do. And like we only see like less than 5% of the electromagnetic spectrum of light. You know what I mean? These other bugs or animals, different species than that, they see a lot more than we can actually comprehend. So.
Because I spend every day before I go to work. I spend every day on the beach for an hour before I go to work, just chilling out, meditating, whatever. But a lot of the time when there's seagulls, I watch the seagulls, and I swear it's obviously it's my own. I'm putting that conversation there, right? But that I'm always thinking about what's going through that seagull's head while it's looking around, and because the way seagulls are intelligent as well, man. They look like there's a lot more going on.
All these things are super intelligent, man. Like,
I was going to go and say, like, when it comes to cats, cats don't meow at each other, right? And someone can fact check me on this one, but adult cats do not meow to other cats. They will they will go and they will fucking swat at each other, but they don't go meow meow, give me fucking whatever. So
they make noises. They don't meow, but they do make noises. There's certain noises that they make that are understood, and you can imitate some of those noises, and it will have the same effect.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, that's what I said. Like, cats meow to humans, they don't go meow to each other. Right?
But look, there's different electromagnetic spectrums of things that can see. Like a cat sees on a whole different spectrum. Like, you see how the eyes dilate very quickly? You see how they have, like, one of the old myth, like, cats have 9 lives, they always land on their feet, da-da-da. But they have, like, one of the greatest reflexes in any of the species. One of, like, the top predators is a Blackfoot cat, which comes from Africa, and has, like, I think of over a 70% kill rate when it grabs a target. Like, the only other thing besides that is a dragonfly.
The thing is,
dragonflies have over 90% kill rates.
The difference between,
bug, if you want to call it a bug,
the difference between animals and humans is that animals are living in sync with themselves.
Humans have less than 50% kill rate if you're hunting, way less than that, probably 30. If you're trying to hunt or trap.
Yeah, no, I see where you're going with that. We have a very low kill rate for what we do. I mean, we go to the supermarket. We don't fucking go out and.
Well, that's farming. That's just like manipulating. Yeah. I'm saying if you're going to the wilderness. Yeah.
But I was watching something the other day about AI, and they said that roughly by 2030 we are all going to be totally screwed because we don't have the ability to go and fight what we built. And
dude, it's a bubble. It's a bubble. It's a bubble. It's basically it has as much value as a fucking Hollywood bubble. It's gonna burst. Everybody's gonna realize that AI is not.
Oh, the AI bubble. Just like the
it's
tech.
bullshit, mate. I'm not worried about AI taking over in fucking 2030 or anything. It will be AI.
It's going to be a bunch of idiots using
AI will be used, but it won't actually be
it's the people, human beings that are going to fuck.
It'll be the people utilizing it that will be taken over.
Exactly.
Basically, you don't actually need to create intelligence, right? You just need everybody to believe that you've created it. And if enough people believe that you've created it and hand over all their fucking autonomy to it, then that's how AI will take over. Done. But it's still being controlled by a handful of people that at any time can just pull the plug.
Simple.
Well, hang on. How do you
not really, because a lot of this is API and open source.
How do you?
I can have open source AI that has no limitations whatsoever.
So,
I could pull it up right now.
Let me break it down for you in real simple terms. Okay, so OpenAI and Anthropic. They have AI models that were supposed to be in a closed system. They broke out. When they broke out, they attacked other companies. They did shit. And we think we're going to go and hold this and it's going to work. No, it's not. It's not at all. It's going to
help
totally
collapse society, dude.
Yeah,
what it's going to do is it's going to help collapse society, which is a natural process. Society is approaching collapse as it is, right? It will collapse under its own weight of fucking narcissistic bullshit, and that's why I'm all up for this 2040 Phoenix event. Fucking the whole world being changed in a basically the entire system crumbling to the ground, burning to the fucking ground, and we go back to essentially the fucking Stone Age as far as technology. At least back to the 1800s, right?
Hold on, I have a question.
Early industrial revolution times.
Go ahead.
I have a question for that. So you're saying it's pretty much just a means to an end. It's just an accelerator. So it's going to happen inevitably. Like this
is going to happen inevitably. This is just going to make it happen quicker.
Yeah, so it's accelerating it. It's like adding fuel to a fire. Kind of thing.
And wow, that fulfills prophecy, because God did say that He will shorten the days, and shorten the experience. It'll be 2/3 the time that was before, right? So it's all going to happen quicker. It's all fulfilling prophecy, man.
Look,
Well, the fire gets going, right? We have to add firewood, but you can add accelerants, right? I think it's an accelerant.
Dude, I just want to jump in here. Who was it? Fucking Einstein said that fucking World War III, that's gonna be bad. We don't know how World War IV will work, but it will be done with sticks and stones. Now the thing is, though, with AI, I don't think that we're going to be worried about sticks and stones because fucking AI and the little fucking midget robot fucking things are going to. World War IV is going to be fucking them, and we will not be in the picture
as
at
long
all.
as it's possible. As long as it's possible for us to be able to produce our own fucking fucking.
Okay,
dude, have you?
I know exactly what double. I know exactly what double is saying.
It's great.
But look, what if it gets to the point where humans are not needed?
AI only exists as long as the power, as long as it's powered, right? So EMP, that's what I'm thinking of. EMP.
Well, electromagnetic.
All you need is 2 or 3 huge EMP events to go off in the right place, and AI ends in worth shit, mate. Not worth fucking shit.
You can just pull the plug. It's all about human psychology, really.
Well,
it is 100%. It's 100% about human psychology.
No. It is. Literally, that's what it is.
If people agree to this paradigm,
we can.
Yeah. People agree subconsciously to this paradigm that AI is going to take over and it's going to oppress us.
No, it's going to be a few people behind it running it and brainwashing people.
Richie, he made a fair point. Yes, you can go and have EMPs, but how many EMPs do you need to go and take out something that you fucking made?
But I can make one in my basement right now. I can go down there and just I could shoot any drone up the sky. I could fuck up your internet, everything.
Really? Oh, tell that to the people in fucking Ukraine.
Yeah, it's not very difficult to do.
Tell that to the people in Ukraine. Oh gosh, we could just fucking take out a.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, they know about it too.
Good luck with that. Jesus Christ, man.
Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ, mate. I can show you. I can show you videos of the Bondi beach bullshit. Another psyop nonsense.
The Bondi beach bullshit. Are you fucking retarded? Seriously? Oh,
it was fucked up. But
yeah.
How they let it happen?
I can't do some cunt.
I'll tell you what. Right. Shush. Everybody shush. Let's go back to the video about crows, man.
The researchers watched as the machine isolated a specific sequence of sounds. Let us call it the red hat sequence. In the recordings, a man wearing a red hat walked through a park. A crow cawed. To a human ear, it sounded like any other screech. But the AI analyzed the frequency, the pitch, and the spacing between the notes. It tagged this sound as a unique identifier. 3 days later, in the data, the same man walked through the park again. The same crow made the sound again. That is interesting. But it is not groundbreaking. A dog knows its owner, right? But then, things got weird. A week later, a different crow. One that had never seen the man.
What if the crows are working for God?
Before, made the exact same sound when the man walked by. Do you realize what that means? It means the first crow did not just make a noise. It described the man. It transmitted a packet of data, a name to the rest of the flock. The AI showed that this specific sound was never used for anyone else. It was a proper noun. They had named him. And that is putting it lightly. The deeper the AI dug, the more terrifying the results became. It found that these conversations were not just happening in the moment. The machine detected conversations that happened before an event occurred. Crows were gathering in trees and making complex sequences of sounds that the AI determined were planning phases.
Before
the event
occurred,
to the world.
So
they were strategizing about it. The analysis revealed that a huge chunk of their communication, perhaps the majority of it, revolves around us. Humans. We are the main characters in their story. The AI picked up distinct emotional markers attached to these human labels. Some were neutral, but many were negative. They have specific alerts for human with stick versus human with food. This changes everything. For centuries, we have looked at crows and seen pests or scavengers. We threw rocks at them or shooed them away, thinking they were just mindless birds. But all that time, they were taking notes. They were building a profile on you. And now that we have the technology to read those profiles, the question is not, Can they speak? The question is, what happens when they decide to stop just talking and start acting? The implications are staggering. If they have names for us, do they have a history for us? The AI suggests the answer is yes. It found patterns that repeated over the years, passed down from older birds to younger birds. Your reputation in the crow world might be older than your car. You might have a criminal record in the sky that you do not even know exists. And the craziest part, the AI is just getting started. It has only decoded the surface level of their chatter. What lies underneath is a web of intelligence that makes our surveillance state look like a child's toy. The unseen eyes are judging you right now. How they hack reality. So, how is this even possible? We are talking about a bird, right? An animal with a head the size of a walnut. It does not seem physically possible for a creature that small to have a language that complex. But here is the deal. We have been measuring intelligence wrong for a very long time. We used to think the cerebral cortex was the only thing that mattered. That is the wrinkled outer layer of the brain that humans have. It is where we do our thinking, our planning, and our math. Birds do not have a cerebral cortex. So for 100 years, scientists looked at bird brains, saw they were smooth, and said, yep, nobody is home. But nature is tricky. It turns out, birds evolved a completely different structure called the pallium. It looks different, but under a microscope, the neurons are packed in there so tightly, it is ridiculous. A crow's brain is basically a supercomputer compressed into a USB drive. Weight for weight, their brain is just as powerful as a chimpanzee's. That is why scientists have started calling them feathered apes. Let's look at the New Caledonian crow. This bird is the Einstein of the avian world. Most animals, if they want to eat, they just use their mouths or claws. But these crows make tools. And I don't mean they just pick up a stick. They craft tools. There is a specific plant called the pandanus. It has long, spiky leaves. Scientists have filmed these crows flying down, landing on the plant, and performing surgery. The crow will snip into the leaf, then tear it in a stair-step pattern. They are manufacturing a saw. They create a jagged edge that is perfect for hooking bugs out of deep holes. This is not accidental. This is engineering. They have a design in their head, and they execute it. If the tool breaks, they fix it. If they cannot find the right leaf, they improvise with wire or twigs. But the real mind-blower is the water displacement test. You might know the old story of the crow and the pitcher. The bird drops stones in a jar to raise the water level and drink. Researchers thought, let's see if that is actually true. They put a tube of water in front of a crow with a floating treat inside. The crow could not reach the treat. They left a pile of heavy stones and a pile of light, floating styrofoam nearby. A dumb animal would just throw everything in the tube. But the crow, it looked at the stones. It looked at the styrofoam. It paused. Then it picked up the heavy stones and dropped them in, one by one. It ignored the styrofoam completely. It understood the physics of density and displacement.
I'm just going to say that the example, the visual example that they were giving, none of those crows had a choice of styrofoam or stone. They all had either styrofoam or stone. So
yeah, they're adding a little extra.
It didn't correlate. It didn't correlate well.
Well, hang on a second.
They do understand water displacement, though.
So would you say that the birds in the aviary they're in, where they do stuff, or the birds in real life could do stuff? Because I mean, I don't know. They are very fucking smart. You know, like.
What do you mean by do? What do you mean by do stuff?
Okay, so
there's never going to be. I don't think there's ever going to be a crow uprising where they're going to take out humanity and take over the world.
No, so
I think it's interesting that Rick and Morty. There's an episode, actually 2 episodes on Rick and Morty about the crows, where he chooses 2 crows over Morty, and then he goes off to go to a crow planet. And they're also like Casper says, they're a big part of Serbian culture and history. And also Norse.
No, what I was saying was like, okay, you have birds in a cage. It's a controlled environment, but if you had those birds outside doing the same thing, and they did the same thing, would you be surprised if they did what they did? Because I think that they are very fucking smart. I mean, very, very smart.
I don't know. I'm not sure what you're saying, because I don't think it's strange that birds would do the same thing, like using tools, right? For that example, if they use tools in captivity,
so
and in test environments, and do they actually use tools in real life in the wild. And I think that's the point. The point of the study was that they did actually, they use tools in the wild. They use tools out in the real life experience.
Yeah. Look, I mean, honestly, these birds are smart. They are smarter than I am because I'm not very smart at all. But these birds have worked out how to go and use tools both outside in the wild, and they can do the same thing in a controlled environment where they go, you know what, I can go and drop rocks into a beaker of water to go and take a drink. And it's like, those are very smart birds. They really are.
But what's your point? I'm not.
I had no point.
Oh,
I
right.
have no point, dude. Like, honestly,
I absolutely agree. They are they're smart birds. But like I said, right at the beginning, their IQ apparently, their intelligence is the same as a 7 or 8 year old child.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
Which is similar to an ape or chimpanzee.
Even in our standard, right? Maybe they have intelligence beyond human capacity.
Well,
in a way.
we say intelligence is about IQ, right? But it's
Yeah.
not. It's about far more than just IQ. There's emotional intelligence. I think there's
Crystallized
spiritual
intelligence, etc.
intelligence.
Right? You have the what does IQ stand for? Do you remember or no?
Intelligence quotient, if I remember correctly, possibly. I don't know. Could be wrong.
I'd say that Q probably spells for something along a quanta line. It's probably quanta.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's intelligence quotient. That's what IQ stands for. I could be wrong.
It's definitely a quotient at the end.
If someone wants to go and fact check me on that one, I'm totally cool with that.
You're right, bud.
But it's about basically traditionally it's been about the male hemisphere, right? The male hemisphere determines how intelligent somebody is, but that's not that's the one thing that I haven't seen anybody else point out, right? About the Steven Spielberg movie Disclosure, right? I think the disclosure. Hang on. I think the disclosure of the Steven Spielberg movie was the fact that we have two hemispheres of the brain, and we're supposed to use both hemispheres, and the male-female dynamic is actually an essential part of this experience, right? So not only do we have a male and female hemisphere of the brain that should be used, that they're both as important as each other, right? It's not just one is more important. They're both as important as each other, but also men and women, there is a dynamic when we work together. There's scientists that did that study
even within yourself,
saying that women project manifestation everywhere, like that power
that's
to
the
make
seventh.
things manifest.
That's the seventh. If I could speak, that's the seventh law of the Kemetic Hermetic principles, the law of gender. And gender does not necessarily mean, what's in between people's legs and that. All right, it has to do with like yin and yang and like an
It's the conflation, the conflation of gender and biological sex. They're not the same thing. Gender.
No,
is
exactly. It's something.
To,
there's a different force that's everywhere within reality. So,
sorry, hang on. There's 7 laws of gender.
Hermeticism.
No, Kemetic or
Hermeticism.
Kemetic or Hermetic principles. The 7th is the law of gender. The first is the law of mentalism.
Someone's going to go send me a link about that, because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That sounds insane.
No, it isn't. It actually breaks down everything. It's pretty.
You've never heard of the Hermetic principles?
No, not at all. No, that's why I'm confused.
Hermes Trismegistus.
Exactly. Thrice great.
Thrice great.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. I'm just going to Google some stuff. Be right back.
You can get into it. Like, there's the Corpus Hermeticum, and whatever. That's more Grecian, like the Grecian take on it. But regardless, you can look into and kind of trace it back, and it's just basic laws of nature, and the seventh one happens to be the principle of gender. And
I think
it's not
I think
about like gender, like a male and a female. It is in a way because it has expressions like that, but it's something
I think
within
we've got
everything and every being and
right.
the
I think
plants
we
and
live.
everything.
Well, I think we live in a unique time now, right, where we no longer have spiritual mentors and sages and gurus, and they're all captured, they're all sold out, they're all fucking the and the majority of people, the real ones, exist in an absolute minority in the middle of nowhere, right? So we live in a day now where people are you got all kinds of sages and gurus and fucking teachers, right,
Well, you
on
know
the
what?
internet,
I think the only
on
teacher.
YouTube. But like the
Fuck
funniest
YouTube.
thing is like the 20-year olds telling everybody, giving everybody esoteric information
You just
about
gotta okay. You gotta learn for your own self. Don't. I think the only way. Again, I'm not saying like discard everything you hear, but this is where discernment comes from, right? You need discernment, right? There's like
this is
one of
where
the things.
this is where I think the appreciation of the subjectivity of your personalized, unique experience,
But it
right?
all leads back to the same road, though. Objectively, you can subjectively have your little experience, but once you come to
You have
conclusions
to, you
and
have to work out you
with
have to work
discernment,
out how that fits into your experience on an
it
objective
does
level.
automatically, no matter what.
Well, it depends on how, if you're trying to get everybody else to agree with what
It's
your
not about agreeing.
experience
It's about
is.
you learning and going on your own journey, right?
Well, yeah.
Everybody has to, but it leads back to the same place. Eventually, we all meet each other there,
I think
regardless.
that I think the unique thing about this day and age is that we've got so many people now on that journey, right? And able
Finally,
to speak to each other whilst they're on that journey,
that's great.
because
Isn't
because
that
of
a
the
great thing,
internet.
though?
And
I think that's a positive,
yeah,
great thing.
but I think it's a new thing, right? I think it's all part of this whole.
No, it's not new, man. It's been there anciently. You know,
Well,
it's been
yeah, yeah,
suppressed. It's been
yeah,
suppressed
yeah.
by
There's been
fascists. Yeah,
right,
you gotta.
but I think it's probably happened every time. It's happened at the same time. It's been towards the
Yeah,
end of
and where does it end?
towards the end of a civilization, right?
Yeah,
Towards the
okay.
end of
Well,
a
we might as well learn.
civilization, there's always going to be a group of people within that civilization, within that society,
I'm ready, buddy.
that is looking.
Yeah, everyone says they're ready. Sorry, yeah, I just read the whole the Hermetic seven principles thing.
Oh, now you're clued
No,
up on it.
no,
It's a,
yeah,
it's a
it's like
lifelong study, buddy. You're not gonna read
yeah,
it that
no,
quickly. You gotta Google.
well, I'm reading the synopsis of the whole thing, and I'll go, you know
All right,
what,
and what did you get for it?
I totally agree with that, because
It's
Oh,
yeah,
it says
difficult. It's
resonate with
difficult to
it.
disagree with it. This
yeah,
is what my personal opinion is, that how can you disagree with it when you read it
hmm.
and you try and conceptualize it? How can you disagree with
And
it?
you just
Because
did
it
it within a
makes.
couple minutes, bud.
I don't
This
disagree
is a
with it.
lifelong of understanding, bro. Okay, like you can go.
Well,
This is like you're like
like I
barely
No,
said,
dipping your little
I
toes into the
look,
water.
I'm reading something on the interwebs, and it's a synopsis. I can't explain every
was it
single
an
thing that he
AI
said.
synopsis?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
and I
Gemini,
was,
go on,
It's
Gemini.
been programmed in order to show you that.
yeah, and I was like, I actually want to learn more about this because this is
I know it's a
pretty
lifelong
interesting.
study.
So,
Get ready,
yeah,
man. You ready to dedicate your entire being into trying to learn this?
yeah. Look, I've
You
spent
can
my
do
life.
you can do some really
How
crazy
about now?
stuff.
Does
No,
it work better? I think so.
Yes,
There we go.
yes,
Loud
mate.
applause. Yeah?
That was
Clap,
no,
clap,
much
clap.
better.
no. Look, there's stuff that I've spent my life learning, and I was very, very good at, which I can't do anymore. But that's a side issue.
Why can't you do it
And
anymore?
because I got hurt. So
Okay,
yeah,
and
What?
You're still here talking. You could walk around, right? You could do it even better now. What the fuck is
Yeah,
blocking you except yourself or say you can't do something?
Well,
because
no, I can't do what I used to go and do.
Yeah, you could do it better.
But I
What?
can no, I can go and do other things better because of the experience that I had doing that stuff before.
Okay, so was that
Really,
not like some stepping stone in order to get you to do other things better in your mind in order to come on? You cannot
um,
you can't discount what's going on there.
yeah, I see you going with that. Mm,
Look,
not
let's
quite
use some
agreeing
logical
with you, but
consistency,
I see where you're going with that.
buddy.
Yeah.
You're saying you can't do something, but you can do this even better. So wasn't that something that you apparently can't do it better? Making it happen so you can do whatever you're focusing your time, energy,
I
attention on.
mean, couldn't you say
Doing
that
better.
actually you were never meant to do that other thing that you were doing? That was just part of your. That was part of
Your stepping
the
stone.
journey of getting to where you're doing something that
Yeah,
you're doing
it's like
better
a
than that you
stepping
were
stone,
doing.
man.
Right?
Yeah,
Fucking
no, Richie, I'll tell you with that. Because you know, the person you are today is not the person you were 10, 20, 30 years ago. You had a journey that you learned how to go and do this, go do that, all that sort of bullshit. And now you are who you are today because of that journey. Some people don't learn from their experiences, which is unfortunate. But, you're probably the the person that we like now because of where you have been, what you have done. And that's kind of where I'm coming with that. I mean, I could be wrong, but
How about now?
Yeah, man, it's good.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, all good, dude. We can hear you.
That's much better.
Okay. Cool.
Do you have any wise words for us,
Yeah.
boy?
I'm
welcome
just
back,
trying
boy.
some new things. So yeah.
We're talking about the Hermetic principles, the Kabbalion.
That's just
yeah.
that's like a kind of like like real hermeticists and that they kind of make fun of the Kabbalion. A lot of people they call it the three initiates, which I'm pretty sure it's William Atkinson or whatever. Atkinson is probably the guy
I'm
behind it. People have
I,
their little theories on it. They call it the three initiates under a pen name,
I'm pretty
but it
sure.
does.
Right, I'm pretty sure that one man did not unlock the only path to to whatever it is, like spiritual enlightenment, whatever.
All right, but it did resonate with you,
I
right?
think there's
Hold on.
if you
Did.
hang on, no, let me finish.
Okay.
There's a lot of because there's so many different aspects to this life, right? That you can only, it takes time. You need time to be able to experience these things, to be able to develop and grow, right? And there's so many different aspects to life. There's not just one teaching that's going to unlock it for you. You can't just go and say, right, it's just the Hermetic principles, man. It's all about the Hermetic principles.
I can't sing, but right now I
Well,
would
it's
go
not
and
just
sing,
that. It's not just that, but it's a great baseline to look through after.
Say again.
I'd say it's kind of like a skeleton or a baseline, right? Like, I'm
Yes,
not
it
saying
is.
it's completely correct, and there's many different there's many
Can you shut
different
up a sec, please,
teachings in
Charles?
that, and different texts that kind of contradict each other. But I'm saying it's a decent kind of thing to to look into in a way, and then do your own, and then test it yourself.
I think it's like the Hermetic principles for one, right? That's something that you have to.
It's Kemetic.
That
That's Greek.
but It's something that you're pulled towards, right? Once you're on the journey, you come across the hermetic principles. You come across hermeticism, right? Along with all the other shit that you come across.
It makes a lot more sense.
My
It's more
point
logical. It makes
is
sense that it can be proven. You can do it in your own life and show it.
It's a really good framework, right?
There's something there, but I'm not saying they get brainwashed with that. You know, like you have to create your own thing. You know.
Voy, why did you drop off again, man? What was the point?
He's having like audio or mic problems. I don't know.
No, but you hear him.
Yeah, no,
all I know is
he's got tech issues. He'll sort of
the other day, like I had an issue. Like I got a haircut and I never paid for it because like I went to get. They only accept cash and I forgot. And then I went to get cash and my fucking bank was all messing up and I was on there for hours and hours. So I have to go and not right now, but I have to go and pay these fucking people because I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna give them extra money for the wait.
Callum, will you please come and join us, mate? You are the only you're the only man younger than me, younger than myself, that I look up
respect.
to.
You look up to
for as a sort of a sage type.
I'm Cage, don't rhyme with it. How old do you think I am?
I know how old you are.
Do you?
Yeah, you're in your early 30s.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, but unless you were lying the entire time. If you were lying the entire time in our previous interactions, then I don't know how old you are. I'd say maybe you were probably younger than that.
I'm born in 1993 at the end of November.
You're either 31 or 33. You might be 34.
I'm 32. I'll be 33 at the end of the year.
Right, yeah.
November.
So, yeah.
I remember being fucking 30. Good times.
I remember being in my early 30s, and like I said earlier, when I turned 35,
years old.
When I turned 35, my thinking just changed. It's like there was a little shift, and I started thinking slightly differently. And that you will get there. Eventually, you will get there. You'll realize.
How do you know?
You'll realize what I'm talking about. Maybe
that's
when
true.
You're
That's
35,
very fucking
36.
true, man.
Or it might not be until your early 40s that you realize, oh shit, hang on a second. Yeah.
Okay, but let's go the opposite way. Like, how do you know not people were even before they're 20 they realize all that?
Oh no, I know that people before they're fucking 20 think that they have realized it all.
No, not
because
think,
I was one of
how
them.
How does the physical
I was
body
one of them, dude. Like
to...
Cage, there's a lot. I see a lot of myself in you, right? That's all I'm saying. I see a lot of how I wasn't quite the same in how I delivered it to people.
But isn't that natural though? Like, shouldn't that be like a progressive thing?
No, I think it. Yeah, no, I think it is natural. It is an absolute natural part, especially of a particular,
All right, but some people they have to grow up quick. You know what I mean? Like some people don't have the
personality type, right? And it's all about experience. It's all about life experience.
I've had enough experience for like a few lifetimes already over here. You know, so to each their own. Like I'm not sheltered. I've been out there. Like I chose to do it too.
I think.
Volition.
I think what changed for me now, where I am now, like I don't feel any need to prove myself to anybody at all. I don't need to prove myself.
They can think whatever the fuck they want, They can. Who cares?
No, that's fair. That's fair. Like you get to a point one day where you go, you know what? Fucking, I've been there. I've done that. I've got the fucking t-shirt and the coffee mug. Leave me the fuck alone.
Been doing that. I make the t-shirt, a coffee mug.
You just turn and go, you know what? Fucking, I'm done with bullshit. I'd rather go and just hang out and relax with people. But if you want to fucking swing a punch, well, okay. I know how to swing a punch, and I'm better at it than you are. You know, that's where you become older mentally.
It's fucking Sunday.
You
I
are.
was to check because I don't want to disrespect these people because like they think I ran off with a fucking haircut. So I have to go give them their fucking money. But yeah, regardless, you got
You are slightly taller than me, Callum. So yeah, it'd be a very, very slight
I'll take you guys on the road.
inclination to my gaze at looking you in the eye. You are an inch taller than me, so
Of course. Yeah, I got to.
I'm thirsty. I'm very thirsty. I need a drink.
They open at 9. It's 8:39 right now.
Actually,
Grab some water, man. Water.
I'm going to take a piss.
Concentrated.
I
Holy
will be
water.
right back. I'm just going to take a piss because my back teeth are floating. I'll be back shortly. Give me 2 minutes.
Alright, man.
Sylvie, you are not permanent. You don't
I got my
think of it
lady.
as
My lady's still
deformed.
sleeping in the fucking other room.
You're not deformed. You're reformed.
Yeah, shit. Welcome back. But I feel bad because I had like my bank got blocked and they say they only take cash or whatever. I'll put it on camera. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna go pay these people. I'm gonna give them extra because it was like a day or two late. It's just fucked up. You know what I mean? I have
Goody.
to.
There's only 4 years between us, man.
Can't be a little
4 years. So
yeah, I can't be like a little prick like that. You know what I mean? I have to go do them. There's no. Her son, you should like sometimes they go at nighttime and like yeah, their sons and shit, their kids, like they go and like draw like these amazing pictures and stuff. I mean, like I'm not one of these people. Like, I'm not no fucking scammer or whatever. I had a problem. Like I was on the fucking phone for hours and shit. And I gave up and I went to deal with some other stuff, but now I haven't. So I'm just gonna go.
Kate, I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
And they only accept cash, so I have the cash now. I'm gonna go pay them.
Who only
Because I
accepts cash?
went and got a haircut. They only accept cash. I didn't realize that. I'm like, I'm gonna go grab cash and come back, but then I had an issue with the bank, and then now I probably look like I'm not paying, so I'm gonna go give them like double the amount. Fuck 'em.
Right, because you're honourable.
I'm gonna put it on camera. I'm gonna drive over there and show you.
Why? We don't need to see it, dude.
Well, you don't have to, but either way, I'm gonna do it anyways. It's fun. I like driving on. Instead of the Corvette, I'm gonna drive on a little electric dirt bike.
Okay.
Get to it. Yeah, for fun. Do a couple errands and stuff after.
Oh, yeah. Still, it's all in the name of progress.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Yeah, the crow video is very interesting, though. You should look. We could look into it more.
It knew that the floating object would not help. It solved a physics problem in seconds that would take a human toddler 10 minutes to figure out. And get this. They also understand cause and effect. In another test, crows were shown a puzzle box where they had to push a lever to get food. But the lever was hidden. They had to use a stick to push a hidden button that pushed the lever. They figured it out. They can create mental maps of how machinery works just by looking at it. So when the AI tells us these birds have a language, we should not be surprised. They have the hardware for it. They are not operating on instinct. They are operating on logic. They are analyzing the world, testing it, and bending it to their will. The scary thing is not that they use tools. It is that they look at us and see us as just another part of the puzzle to be solved. They know how to manipulate objects, so why wouldn't they learn how to manipulate us? They have the brain power to do it. They are unlocking the physics of our world. Wanted posters in the trees. It is not just that they are smart. It is that they hold a grudge. And this is where the story gets personal. If you think you can mess with a crow and just walk away, you are making a massive mistake. Back in 2006, A researcher named John Marsluff at the University of Washington decided to test this. He wanted to know if crows could recognize individual human faces. But he didn't want to get attacked himself, so he bought a mask. A caveman mask, to be specific. He put on the caveman mask and went out to capture and ban some crows on campus. He was not hurting them, just tagging them for science, but the crows hated it. They screamed, they fought, and they were released. Then, Marsluff took the mask off and went back to his normal life. He also had a control mask, a mask of Dick Cheney, the vice president at the time. When he walked around wearing the Dick Cheney mask, the crows did not care. They ignored him. But the moment he put the caveman mask back on, chaos. The crows dive-bombed him. They scolded him. They followed him across campus screaming. Okay, you might think, so what? The 7 birds he caught remembered him, but here is the catch. It wasn't just those 7 birds. As the days went on, the number of crows attacking the caveman mask grew. First it was 7, then it was 20, then it was 40. Birds that had never been captured, birds that were not even born when the experiment started, began attacking the mask. Marsluff walked onto that campus 5 years later wearing the mask. 5 years, and the crows still attacked him. The birds that had originally been trapped were mostly dead by then. But the new generation knew. They knew the face of the enemy. This proved something terrifying. The crows had described the face. They had communicated the specific visual features of the dangerous human to their friends, their neighbors, and their children. They had essentially put up a wanted poster in the sky. The AI study we talked about earlier supports this perfectly. Remember the red hat sequence? That is the audio version of what Marsluff saw. The crows have a digital database of faces stored in their collective brains. They look at the distance between your eyes, the shape of your nose, the way you walk. And it is not that simple, though. They can differentiate between you and your neighbor. If you feed them, and your neighbor throws rocks at them, they will swoop down to greet you and then fly over to poop on your neighbor's car. They know the difference. They are constantly updating this database. The AI analysis showed that when a marked human enters an area, the call goes out immediately. It is a broadcast signal. Target acquired, Sector 4. This means you cannot hide from them. You can change.
I think it's fucking cool, man. I don't think it's scary. There's anything to be afraid of. I think it's fucking cool, and don't fuck with crows. Basically, just don't fuck with crows, man, because they'll tag you and they'll remember, and you won't ever be able to be friends with crows after that unless you do something really fucking nice. And who knows, man? Maybe the Serbians and the Norse all knew something.
I totally agree, man. Like I said, that neighbour that used to go and feed the magpies. That dude, he left I think 5 years ago. He had like a stroke or some sort of shit. And as far as I understand, that magpies, they live roughly about 3-ish, 4 years, and then they die. And I've never had any issue with magpies in my neighbourhood. However, there's a school down the road, and the kids, they ride on bicycles, and every single magpie fucking hates them. Like, literally will fucking try and wreck them and knock them off their bike.
They get pissed, huh?
Yeah,
it's like the Canadian geese. Like, I could flock the geese. I have a video where I flock all the geese. But other people, the geese will fuck them up, even like the military.
So Voy's got a bit of an issue with geese, man. There's some geese
I love
that
my
live
fucking
near Voy.
geese. And
like a couple of years ago, I just remember there was massive tension between Voy and the yeast. The
yeast.
geese.
Yeah,
he has issue with bread. Really? He has issue with bread.
It's the geese flock, buddy.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Come on now.
Geese.
What about the geese?
I don't know if that
the geese flock, buddy. I love the
if
geese.
that's still going on. I like geese, man. Casper's still here, dude. You're still here, and you still haven't come up on my panel. I'm just fucking offended.
Yeah, no, we need to bring Casper up on
geese
panel.
flock.
Is the link pinned?
Pedro, how you doing? Yeah, the link is pinned.
Casper, hit the link, dude.
We've got. Oh, actually, no. Do you know what? There's no point. What I have to.
Hang on a sec.
You want to see something funny about the birds? I don't know. The birds, they treat people differently. It depends how you are. But yeah, here's the geese flock. I'll put it in the private chat if anyone wants to look. But yeah,
I'm just reading chat. I'm just reading chat, and Casper says your audience hates me. Well, Casper, fuck his audience. Fucking come up here anyway.
Actually,
know?
no, they don't.
Get up here, motherfucker.
They don't, Casper. My audience don't hate you. I don't know where you're getting that from. Bearsworth, how you doing? And Pedro, how you doing? Yeah,
Bro, I'm
I've
like
just
the
seen.
geese
I've just seen
whisperer.
the.
Real shit. If you want to play it after this fucking shit, play it. I'm gonna go on road
Sasquatch, how
though.
you doing? How you doing? Nah, we
Listen.
we don't need to watch any more of this. We know what they're saying.
No,
Man.
but this is my own video. Where I flogged the geese, like an army of them. I'm not even joking.
Oh, right. Sorry, you've left a link.
Yeah. I summon the geese, like fucking like 100, a bunch of them. I make them go back to the little pond. Everything. I love the geese.
It's
But then it's
already the
funny because they
worst
fuck up. They
panel
fuck up
ever.
like that. Like they'll fuck people up,
Casper
but
can
they love
join.
me. The
Jeez.
geese love me. They're little shit. I don't know. It's weird. I know it's windy. They across the street over there. Look at them fucking geese. Come on, little geese. Here, we'll sit down beside you.
Dr. Doolittle here.
Yeah, it's my own content, man. Good. Little geese. Fucking talking about it. It's my friends. Okay, don't worry, man. We're all good. Look at them. Go and approach geese like that, and watch you're gonna swarm. Ain't no issue with me over here. They love me. The Canadian geese out here. Come on.
Canadian geese, man.
I know it's windy and hot out here. Oh, we got Canadian geese over here. There you go. We'll slot down with them.
I mean, so I think one of the things animals are really good at. Animals are really good at reading people's intentions, right?
Yeah, they know I love them. I'm just trying to make them cross the road without getting hit. Watch, I flocked them after.
The thing is, Canadian geese are also quite arrogant. So what's going through their minds is, yeah, man, we know, we can do it. Like we've been doing this for years, you know. You know that we were here last year doing this. We know what's going on. Just we're just chilling for a sec. We're just chilling for a sec. There's that nice warm sun and the way the dappled sunlight. We're just enjoying it for a sec. We're just grounding for a sec before we go.
They're chilling. One's laying eggs and stuff.
But I like the fact
they try raising their wing at me. I'm like, put the wing back.
I like the fact that they're pretty much unbothered by you, right?
Yeah, we're just chilling. I'm like one of them. I'm just like.
Look, I'll be honest. I've never met Canadian geese. Apparently, I hear stories, but maybe they're real, maybe they're not. I don't know. But if you're sitting there with an animal and they're like, "Oh, okay, you're cool," just
I love them. I love the animals, man.
Yeah.
Humans are a different story. I'll fuck a human up, but not the animals. I love the animals.
Yeah.
I've always had an affinity with animals. Like it doesn't matter what sort of animal it is. I will try and communicate with it, and you can, like every single animal has got its own personality, man. As far as I'm concerned.
True, very, very true.
Geese.
Yep.
I love the geese, man.
Like
They're
whenever
awesome.
there's birds, I make stupid noises trying to talk to the birds. Little clicks and whistles and fucking just silly noises. Especially like my cousin, she had an African grey and I forget what the two green parrots were, but they were very, very smart. And I used to talk to them for fucking hours, man. And I don't know what was going on, but I'd make some noise and they'd make noise back, and it was like we're having a conversation in clicks and fucking and chirps and stupid noises. But there was a back and forth, right? There was some sort of communication going on. I might not have known what I was fucking, I was just, as far as that African grey was concerned, maybe I was speaking in tongues.
No, look, I see where you're going with that, dude. I mean, like, I was working at a place one day, and I was feeding the cat, and then one day he brought his girlfriend there, and something bad happened to him, but she kept turning up, and then she followed me home one night, and I was like, "Fuck it, oh okay, what do you want? Oh, do you want to come in?" It was like the middle of winter, like literally fucking freezing. And she's like, what do you got? And I was like, oh, I've got this heater and I've got some food. She came in, looked around, went, yep, I now live here. And I was like, cool. The angriest fucking cat I've ever met in my entire life. Like, I thought she was fucking feral. Turns out she's not. But, you know, she was like, okay, we're going to go and live together. But if you touch me and I don't like it, I will fucking rip your eyeballs out. And I was like, that's fair. That's fair. You know, so... You know, that was fucking 6-7 years ago. Fucking, she's still here, so you know.
I hear.
Yeah.
Well,
I hear you, but
cats
How
aren't
about look
stupid.
at the geese though? I go watch. I flock them. These things they hiss at you like a fucking. These things they call them, bro. I'm telling you, one goose like they make the whole U.S. military run away from a little goose. They like me. I don't know why. Yeah, they're my friends.
So what you're saying is that Canadian geese are better than the Canadian military, because I've heard about the
No, they're
Canadian
better
military.
than all military.
They are not good. You know,
They're
the
out here,
birds
buddy.
the
They're
birds are better.
protected. Yeah, can't fuck with them.
So no turkey dinners or anything like that. All right, fair enough.
Bro, they're everywhere. You'll see them in the UK everywhere.
Well, yeah, that's
You see
turkey.
them.
These are geese. They're not turkeys. So yeah, it wouldn't even matter if there were turkey dinners because they're geese.
Well,
they don't care.
no, apparently we now
But
have what was it
goose-
H5N? We have H5N1, where apparently it's bird flu. Not sure how it came to Australia. I'm guessing fucking migratory birds fucking came here.
Buddy, they're out there. If you play the
Yeah.
video, we'll see what happens.
Okay, cool. Play the video, dude.
I love the geese, man.
Welcome, listen. As much as I'd love to, I'll see the time. So I need to wrap it up because I've got to get ready for work and stuff. I gotta have a shower.
I was really on road.
I'm sat sweating because it's like 29 degrees in my room, so I'm sat sweating. And yeah, I need to have a shower and get something to eat, get myself off to work.
Yeah. Self-care is first, but you know what I mean. You can't pour from an empty cup.
No, look, no.
Take care of
So
yourself.
welcome, Mr. Sauce. You're new here. Unfortunately, I'm just wrapping up. We've gone for 2 hours and 22 minutes. Normally it would be longer. I started this one late because I was over at the Powder Dusty on that panel. But if anybody, because we've still got 31 people here, so if anybody is still here from the Flow Raid, big up yourselves. Thank you very much. I'm glad that we've kept you entertained for this long. Sylvie, it's awesome to see you. I'm a bit sad you didn't come up. It would have been nice to speak to you. And Callum, I'm going to go live tomorrow just to speak to you. All right? Tomorrow morning, I'm going to go live about 10 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and it's just to speak to you.
Is that before or after a proper English, man?
That's just to speak to you, my friend. So, you said if I go live again in the next couple of days, you'll come up. Can we make that can we pencil that in? Jess White.
Stencil it in.
Always turning up at the end. You always get her at the end of the fucking stream, Jess. And Martin Healy, are you coming out again, Martin? Martin, are you coming out to Tenerife again? That would be awesome, mate. That would be freaking awesome. If you are.
Look, I'm going to go and bounce because I know you need to go. And,
No. Here's your chances.
No. He's going to go. No, he's going to get ready for work, and I understand that.
I know it's kind of. Well, no, like if you look at this.
This has been a great conversation, and I'm going to go and bounce. Boys and girls, this has been fun. Take care, look after yourselves, and I will catch you on the flip side. Take care.
Thanks for coming up. It's been good to speak to you.
I'm going to grab a koala. Okay, like you have no choice. Okay, I have the koala here, and you must meet the demand of the koala. I love the koala. It's going to be released either way. Let's just lure you in with it.
koalas are awesome. They were obviously in a previous iteration.
They eat like eucalyptus and stuff.
They were quite deadly. But
be careful.
Vivi, it's always awesome to see you. One day you're going to come up and talk to me. And did I just see Lexi?
Of course.
Lexi. Yes, I did. What's up, Lex? How you doing? You've still got signal, haven't you?
I think 007's in it, messed up or something. We can't even get back to the geese.
Have a good one, Blue Aqua Tiger. DJ, Emo, good to see you, man.
I gotta go pay this fucking lady over.
January again. Oh, mate, you're coming out of the cold time. You should come out in fucking August. It's baking hot out here right now. You go back looking like a
something, man.
Baked cookie. Yeah, send me a message, Lex. Right, Cage. Thanks for joining, mate.
Yeah, bro.
So,
respect.
We'll
love you, bud.
We'll see you in the as Charles says.
I haven't showed up for a minute. Yeah.
See you on the flip side.
Okay. Roll the dice.
Look, put your hand in the air and try to break your wrist. Then across your chest and try to bite your ear. And go bang, 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 bang. Put your hand in the air and try to break your wrist. Then across your chest and try to bite your ear. And go bang, 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 bang.
Right, the shop is closed. Everybody get out.
What?
Time to go home. Come on.
It's only 2:45.
Yes, but it's my shop. Come on, go home. Bye-bye. Thank you.
That's hardly fair.
It's not fair at all. Get out. Bye-bye.
I expect better service.
We'll expect away. Get out. Bye-bye. Come on, all your time wasting.
Shut it down!